Alright, today's going to be a review on the Hoover CADDY VAC. Model, I have no idea, let's look. That's not the model number. Oh yeah, I forget, it's on the bottom with these older Hoovers. And it's upside down too. Model U5111-900, 7.2 amps. I have to put some clear tape over this. I don't want that falling off. This guy back up. One of my wheels needs to be lubricated. So, starting from the bottom top, this thing is like really cheap. What's going on here? I don't know. It's old. So you got your Hoover logo, you know, stylish red line, brushed edge cleaning. I'll get to why I'm always confused about that when we get to the brush roll area. Obviously you got 1, 2, 3, 4 height adjustments. Slides back and forth effortlessly. Screw it. Yeah, your tool cleaning. No, I'll show that in a second. Now this, one nice thing that I've always liked about this machine, if you tip it back, using your lever here, you got through the see, tip it back, and this whole cover actually pops off without using any screws. Now there's still all kinds of nasty shit that I still haven't cleaned out since I bought this. But I also need to reseal this because dust likes to spew out of here. But yeah, obviously the air duct here is also a motor mount. Another motor mount there. These are weird, and it's obviously you got this thing here. You got your light bulb. These older Hoovers actually take the newer style light bulb, which is kind of freaking nice, because even my Victory, or even my Clean View, which are both newer, take a older, stupid light bulb, like the vintage Kirby's do. Oh my god. Creaky. This one's got some scuffs here, but obviously this is just the general side. You got like a kind of rubbery bumper type thing. Wheels, which are not that ideal. See, they pretty much rub on the base. Got like a 21 foot cord, I think, or maybe only 20. I can't remember. It's got your warning stickers here in 3 different other languages, or 2 other languages. Dusting brush, obviously I'm assuming an upholstery tool would be there. Extension wand, and then your card tool in here. This is just a generic extension wand that I put on there. You just press this, pull that out. So I might as well show you the hose function now. is a Hoover CADDY VAC, so the caddy slides off. I prefer just leaving right on there. So when you do this, obviously you can see the open end is right here. Your fan is in there. So you want to pop this up. Open end facing towards the fan. And then push it right on in there. It doesn't really seal in there nicely, but yeah. Then you just put whatever attachment or whatever you want. Otherwise, you can just use it like that. It's actually got a really nice quality hose on it. Not that long, but sometimes you'll rather have a nice quality hose like this than having a super long, annoying one. And yeah, just push this. Comes right out. Goes in there like that. Obviously, this is the spot for the extension on a crevice tool, and I'm assuming you can put the brush and the upholstery tool either or. They're the same one, same type of thing. Yeah, the main spot these leak at is right here on the seam. My Legacy leaks in that spot. My Eureka Bravo leaks in that spot. And if you guys ever wonder, my Eureka Bravo stays in the basement because that was probably one of the most nasty trash finds ever. Just ugh. Obviously, this is where your nut comes through and your screw starts out front. But yeah, handle clips on there, and there's some other screws. You get power switch, very old school feeling. Your handle, it's just a very nice, comfy handle actually. Random Hoover logos if there's supposed to be like a power switch there or something. I call it the Hoover CADDY VAC because that's what it is, but later, I can't remember if it was either or, but either it was Hoover with her removable tool rack first, then they did Hoover CADDY VAC, or it was the other way around. I don't know. Mine's a little scuffed up. Easy open, just pull, comes right off. Takes a Hoover type Z bag. Sticker that my sister put on there. Now, these work like Kirby or that Hoover Legacy of mine, any of those, but it kind of looks like a clean air machine and kind of sort of has the same outer surrounding as a clean air machine, but it just vents out of the square instead of venting out the whole bag, you know, like the Legacy. So it still blows out of this bag, it, you know, poofs up, and then it just, all the air exhausts out of here. Not a sealed system. There's plenty of gap. Look how clean where I'm able to wipe it is. Look at that difference. Got my Hoover type Z bag. That's where your screw goes through to the other side. I need to probably look into replacing mine or putting some rust cover on it and painting it. Obviously, handle clips in on the back. I don't know if you guys can see that. Clip right there, it clips on to the body, and then you put these two screws in. Well, that clip is probably good enough to the point where you don't even need those. This just latches right on. Keep this clean, obviously. This is only one use right there, because these are cheap bags. I'm sure the Hoover Y bag and the Hoover Z bag are very similar, so you could probably run a HEPA Hoover Y bag in this if you wanted to. I can't remember what the difference between the two is. I'm pretty sure the Y bag is slightly shorter going that way, but I can't remember. But the Hoover Z, the Hoover Y, and the Bissell Style 7 are all super close. That's why there's people running Hoover Z and Hoover Y bags and Bissells, and people running Bissell Style 7 bags and Hoover Y and Z type vacuums. But yeah, it is definitely easy open and easy close. for allergens, 4-stage allergen filtration. No. No. 99.98 ragweeds and common grass pollen. Maybe that. No. Just don't listen to that. Well, it's not even a sticker that is actually nice and printed on. It's a stupid name. I wish I was able to get one of the CADDY VACs. There was this and a CADDY VAC on eBay at the time, but this one is in better shape. In that CADDY VAC, they were asking like $100 and $80 shipping or something like that. $180. I only paid $70 for this one, and it's in better shape. So yeah, I can lose the CADDY VAC. They made the CADDY VAC with this same color, so I could literally just get the CADDY VAC bag door. We'll be all good. So yeah. So you got your thing here. I don't know why Hoover did some random stuff. This is back when they cared about random little details to get all, you know, vibey. But obviously, 1 is upright, 2 is just the average slop for how tall you are, and 3 is for getting like underneath furniture. You can see how nasty wheels get on vacuum cleaners. At least they make it somewhat easy to clean on these. Yeah, they're really bragging about the micron filtration system that doesn't work. Yeah, no. Like, it does, you know, it does better than some of the newer Bissells, honestly, but... So, you at the bottom. My brush was technically going bad. I have to lubricate it very often in order to keep it, you know, at a minimum. You got your adjustment wheels. These don't sound too good either. I gotta lubricate the wheels on this. I actually have some siliconized liquid wrench. Might work, because I don't know if I can drop. It's gonna be too easy to drop oil in there. One of the wheels, that kind of looks like something's broken. I don't know. It's pretty old, so it's not like I'll be able to contact, oh, my wheel's broken, because it's already been like, I've already almost for a couple months, I'd say. So yeah, right, brush roll. Mine sounds a little bit better now. If you go back on my most recent video before this, running all the vacuums in my collection, this thing sounded horrible, and in that video, I'm pretty sure we kind of diagnosed it. But if you want to take your base plate off, 2 screws there. Yeah, it just pops off. There's no screw down here. There should be, because dirt always gets in there. Then again, honestly, all the dirt that gets flung up in here might just shoot out right here. So, yeah, then you got your blue bristles. Yeah, one thing I like about these Hoover and Bissell brush rolls, because older Hoovers use, or newer Bissells use the same brush rolls as the older Hoovers used to use. So I could literally put this brush roll into my clean view if I wanted to. Same width and everything. Maybe not quite same width, but I could put these end caps and bearings on my clean view if I wanted to. Maybe not the axle, but because the older Hoover used that, you know, like hex on the end and circle on the other. But yeah, you can pop these older Hoover and Bissell and newer Hoover brush rolls. Pretty much most Hoovers and Bissells you can pop apart the brush rolls, which is nice. Eureka's you can too. On the older, like mid-2000s to like 2014 you could. Yeah. Can you like press this in and this will come out or what? Yeah. Oh, yeah, I mean, I guess, you know, now that I think of it, it might actually have decent edge cleaning on this side. Like, that's not horrible with the airflow that this thing has, and there is like a little indent here. I have noticed that it does kind of swipe things in because these things have so much airflow. It's kind of terrifying. But yeah, even with the one-sided suction that it has, this thing just still agitates with these worn-out bristles and not very stiff bristles. And worn out motor. Like this motor, you can actually kind of hear just the loose bearing sound, and it's not perfect. I only paid $70 for it, and that seller I also bought my Legacy from. So I own 2 vacuums from him, and neither of them have really, you know, literally broken. This one's got some wheel flop, it seems like, but neither of them have actually broken. The only thing he didn't mention in the listing is that neither of the headlights work, so I had to go out. But for a 2-pack, I got a 2-pack, and they were just normal, you know, General Electric or whatever light bulbs. It was a 2-pack for $1.30 or something at my local hardware store. So yeah, and I was able to replace both of them with one couple bucks and a quarter, $1.25. But yeah. Plus this one, it's super easy on. The Legacy, it's not as easy on, because the Legacy you have to take out like a dozen screws if you want to get this top plate off. So I chose to take the lens out on a Legacy, and that lens is really hard to, you know, this part is really hard to take out on that. So it's kind of, and I don't want to take it out on this. Though, yeah, no, this one seems like it would be even harder to get back in and out. Getting it out on the Legacy is okay, but getting it back in is the hard part, because you feel like you're gonna break it. But yeah, this one, it's nice that you can just pop the whole cover off easily. You know, you're not stressing anything. So yeah. Not gonna run it in this video because it's like 1 o'clock in the morning. But yeah, this is actually the vacuum of the week. My sister really likes it so far. And I also filmed a video of pre-vacuum with this, and a video of carpet cleaning this room with my Hoover Power Dash Pet. You can see carpet looks really good. It's already dry. There's a few damp spots, but yeah, 2 perfect pieces of equipment too. I love the Hoover Power Dash Pet, and I love that Hoover CADDY VAC. This is the Legacy, which maybe I'll do a review on that one of these days. Kind of want to do a review on every vacuum in here. What ones have I done so far? I've done the Rewind. I've done. I think I've done the Rewind and the Power Groom. I think that's about it. That Rewind back there with the rubber bands on it, and this blue Power Groom. I'm getting another one of these. Got my mom's bike in here. Yeah, this thing, I would run it for you guys, but you guys will get to see it run in the video that I post after this, which I'll probably post the carpet cleaning and vacuuming with this video tomorrow. We'll see this first, so keep in mind that this came first. It really matters. But yeah, I really love how this handle feels. This thing is just no flex whatsoever. This is super, like, on my Hoover Max Performance Pet, you literally, the handle, you can turn it into a 90-degree angle before it picks up the side. Plus, nice and light, kind of. Not too light. I don't know where all the weight comes from. There's a little bit of weight. Probably this CADDY, that actually does have some weight to it, but it does actually make it a world of difference if you take off that CADDY. If you plan on doing like your whole house, you know, just the main carpets area, and you can just put your hose on and get your crevice tool if you really want to, and just go around and still not have the CADDY on there. So it's honestly just kind of a kind of just a little nice little feature, but it was just like a nifty little thing. Honestly, I keep mine on there because I think it just looks more complete with it. Kind of just looks like an Oric, which I don't like if you take it off. I mean, I don't like it. I do not like it. Plus, that Hoover CADDY VAC didn't even have the CADDY or any of the attachments. It was just that, but it said CADDY VAC, and it was $180, like I said, dollars, and I was not going to pay $180 for like half the value of what I was getting with this. It's actually a nice quality little rail thing. You see there's a little indent back here. Slide right on. Has a little bit of wiggle, but it's alright. Shen. Yeah, he's passed out. He don't like being on camera. He's so funky. But yeah. Oh, look at that. He gets the slides off for lighter weight cleaning. But yeah, my sister likes it so far, I guess. She says, it literally just pulls itself along. I'm like, well, there you go. Now you can't complain about it doing your chores anymore. But I also told her that this wasn't going to be the vacuum of the week forever because that's going to take probably yeah. Just, I like to kind of cycle through all my vacuums for her. Makes it more, fun. She hates doing vacuuming, and I hate doing the chores I have to do too, so I feel her. So, yeah. This crevice tool did come with it. Extension one didn't though, but back then, I got this for my Kirby G4, a couple of these extension ones for my Kirby G4, and Kirby's have the same attachment size as all of the other vacuums back then, Eureka's. I could take the attachment set off of this and slam it onto my Victory or my Smart Vac if I wanted to. Shush. 1 second. Yep, this is the vacuum of the week location here. This is where, rubbing alcohol, this is where my daily driver would have went, the Hoover Max Performance, because I love that thing. But I decided to put my lamp here. So, I'll show you guys my daily driver. Okay, there's mine. Now, for real though, the Max Performance is my daily driver. I clean the bin weekly, so it's still crystal clear. I don't do the filters or the cyclone weekly. I'll admit that. I do vacuum out the filter weekly though. It just seems the more you wash the filters, the more they start, the fibers start falling apart and they don't filter as well. So yeah, got the light speed there, which I used to daily drive that thing all the time. I used to use that all the time. But I got sick of cleaning the filter and getting my allergies going. Shark, I need to wash out filters, bin, everything needs to be torn down to the motor probably too. Rewind's fine, just gotta clean the under half of it. V2 just got refurbed. What is that thing? Abyssal Power Broom, that's refurbed too, which I also got that thing pretty cleared up. I'm not gonna turn on my flash, but I guess I could take the bin out. Let's see if it's pretty cleared up, but here's the bin. Came out pretty good. This thing looks really good. If I felt like taking it out right now. But also took my little shim that I had shoved in there for the screw for the head filter to go into, because I decided to stop using that shim because it wasn't doing anything apparently. So yeah, I just did a different thing. Magic. I also use this thing all the time. Took it down to the motor today, and after that I just vacuumed the whole house after taking it down to the motor, so Bissell better do it again. Better take it. If us humans were honest with ourselves, we would know that these things have to be taken down to the motor every day if you want them to last. But this one has my favorite Bissell motor in it, which is the 10 amp Bissell motor in it. It's actually a Bissell 10 amp Helix motor from a 12B1 Bissell Power Force Helix 12B1. You guys saw it in my videos before. And I took it down to the motor today, and I kind of forgot how horrible looking it is because there's so much play in the motor housing, because this housing is meant to fit the bigger 12 amp fan housing and the end bearing bushing area, so it doesn't fit in there. So you can actually just, when it's out of the base, you can just take your finger and move the motor back and forth, even when it's all put together besides the base being on there. So yeah, I can have that axle perfectly straight, and the moment I put the belt on there and stretch it, you can watch it move. So technically the motor, instead of being straight like this, it's kind of like that. So yeah, and I'll be honest, I've kind of almost grown a little too attached to the little paint drops. It was from the trash guys. I gotta keep something trashy about it. But yeah. And this thing, obviously, I don't plan on getting rid of this. Just got that, not going anywhere. This, I'm getting another one of these, so this one's just gonna be a beater. V2, not going anywhere. Rewind, not going anywhere. Light speed, not going anywhere. Little red, yes, that's what it is. All these have a name, but maybe one of these days I'll tell you what their names are. My sister names them, but I've kind of almost started calling them what their names are naturally. But yeah. So, Dirt Devil Dynamite, not going anywhere. That was my first vacuum. And then I got my Bissell Easy Vac that's in the basement. Then I got one of those stick vacs behind the G4 there. But it wasn't that one, it was one that I had at my grandparents'. Or I guess my first vacuum would have technically been my Eureka Ultima at my grandparents' house. But, yeah. So, it's doing pretty good. Collection's doing pretty the Navigator, or no, that's not what it is. Yeah, Navigator. I wouldn't shed a tear if that thing left, but technically one of my elderly neighbors at our other house gave it to me. I mowed their lawn for them, and they said, hey, I got this vacuum, the power had burnt out on it, I don't know what's going on. And got it home, and I felt really bad because I guess she just didn't realize that it was on. She said it went, the light went red, and I turned it back on, and it wouldn't turn, because it said in the manual that it would just reset. And I said, oh, well, I'll take a look at it, and I'll see if I can fix it up, and you'll have a working vacuum. And she said, nah, you can just keep it. I'm like, really? And, I really liked it at first, and then I realized, she also had mentioned, like, I got so sick of cleaning the filter, so no, don't worry, I don't need that thing back. And now I feel her, I cannot stand the filters on this thing. They are, honestly, you have to clean the filter on this light speed less. Or this freaking dynamite. But yeah, so. This Power Dash pet, there's, it's a vacuum channel, not a garbage. Shush. Are you really that impatient? You gonna shit your freaking butthole? Stop. Alright. Peace out, guys. Hope you guys enjoyed the video on that and my daily driver. Really? He always goes to rub on you and he just barely does it. Shen.